Welcome to the 12th Annual Joy of Giving. I'm Steve Thompson, the Director of Justice and Mercy Legal Aid Center. We're thrilled that you have tuned in tonight. This year's event looks a lot different, but we are grateful that you have joined us for this cozy, unique, and personal event. We promise our program will be quick. Tonight we will hear from Darren Shanker of Backus & Shanker. We will share a little bit about the services of JAMLAC and hear from our clients. And we get the pleasure of watching Harry, our auctioneer, with his lovely British accent. And most of all tonight, we hope you will experience the joy of giving.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Darren Shanker from Backus & Shanker. Thank you for attending. This is the annual Backus & Shanker Joy of Giving fundraiser for the Justice and Mercy Legal Aid Clinic. We've done this for 12 years in a row, and some of you have attended all 12 years. For others, this may be your first time. And for those of you that aren't familiar with JAMLAC, we want to make sure that you get an idea of what this incredible organization does. Steve Thompson founded the organization 15 years ago with an idea, really with a dream, that he could support the underprivileged, those in our community that really need the best legal assistance in the most challenging and difficult times where they couldn't get it anywhere else. Steve started this organization 15 years ago, and it's grown incredibly since then. And we've been honored and humbled to be able to support it. And I'd like to turn this over to Steve right now so that he could share with you a little bit more about the amazing things that JAMLAC does to impact our community.
Thank you, Darren, and thank you, Backus & Shanker, for always supporting JAMLAC and our mission. You guys have truly been a key partner from the start. And thank you to all the companies who supported this event and the event committee who figured out how to pull off our first virtual event. In 2006, JAMLAC began the mission of providing free legal services in response to extreme need for representation in our community. In fact, in Colorado, there is only one legal aid lawyer for every 18,750 eligible indigent persons. So we knew we had to step in. This endeavor towards seeking justice isn't over. Currently, this pandemic has created isolation, financial instability, and stressful situations for low-income people, immigrants, and victims of domestic violence. And unfortunately, domestic violence and abuse cases are on the rise. Therefore, your support is more important than ever. Together, we can continue to serve and seek justice. People like you who support JAMLAC are directly helping hundreds of low-income victims of crime and survivors of domestic violence who struggle with abuse, poverty, and oppression, and daily hardships to find a better and more prosperous tomorrow. Thank you. We want to share more about our direct services, so here's a short video about our programs. Our mission is to seek justice for people who are struggling with poverty and oppression. So what does that mean? In our family law department, we represent low-income survivors in all stages of the legal process to get protection orders from violent partners, divorce from abusers, custody of children in domestic violence situations, and address other family law matters that clients cannot navigate without a lawyer.
At me and was threatening me, and I didn't want my marriage to end. He told me that he got the separation orders and I could not stay with him. Either I would have been killed or he would have done something. I was so scared. It's because of JAMLAC that I'm here right now.
I was a stay-at-home mom up until I went to file for custody of our daughter, and he ended up getting a lawyer. So I tried to fight myself for a couple of months, and it was just way too overwhelming. Having my daughter not have her parents together, it was hard to, be there for her, especially while I was trying to deal with everything else. I really was alone through it all, and then I found Steve and Amy, and it just really made the world of difference.
The reason why I declared bankruptcy was when I got home from work. My ex-husband, he had been waiting for me in the apartment complex, and he actually beat me and just kind of knocked me unconscious. But then he had dragged me over to my car and ran over my head twice. So I've had 7 brain surgeries. I needed a lot of help, and they were there. Just be patient, patient.
In our immigration department, we represent low-income immigrants, victims, and non-victims who have legal options to pursue affirmative relief. We help people become citizens, renew DACA applications, and help victims who are eligible for visas because they have experienced violent crimes.
For the last 25 years, I was living in my house in Mexico, domestic violence. It was not physically, so it was emotionally. I was living that way in Mexico, and then I was living the same way here. When my husband decided that he wanted to get divorced, he told me if I don't do the things that he told me, he won't help me with my immigration process.
For our juvenile immigration project, we represent low-income children who have been abandoned, neglected, or abused as they seek a special immigration status. Right now, our youngest client is 5 years old. Our community workshops provide information about legal rights, legal options, and help with applications, and give participants a chance to talk one-on-one with an attorney.
I always had the dream to become a U.S. citizen. Know what my rights were until I came to Jamlac.
The Pro Bono Project recruits, trains, and mentors attorneys so they can engage in meaningful pro bono representation and expand Jamlac's reach and impact.
We practice compassionate law here to be privileged to be able to offer them legal representation.
But even more amazing is my belief that attorneys have a very specialized skill, and that skill should be used to be able to help the most vulnerable people in our community.
Finally, the triage clinics. Did you know that we have 11 bi-weekly triage clinics throughout the Front Range? Jamlac partners with the Christian Legal Society to run these clinics at partnering organizations or churches from Parker to Fort Collins, Arvada, Littleton, Aurora, Broomfield, and Denver. These clinics are 100% run by volunteer attorneys, and those who come seeking legal help get a free 1-hour legal consultation for any legal matter. And I'll let you know, COVID hasn't slowed us down. The need for legal services has increased. Domestic violence has increased. There are more people struggling with poverty and oppression. We do a lot here at Jamlac. Last year we served over 2,000 people, and 553 of those people received life-changing full legal representation. I've seen it every day for the 15 years I've been doing this. This work transforms the lives not only of our clients, but their children, the community, and our lives.
Primero, obvio, mantenga la calma bien cuando cheque Usted échele ganas, siga adelante, porque pues, el objetivo de nosotros es ese.
That's why we are so happy you are joining us in this important work. Thank you.
Wow, it's amazing everything that JAMLAC provides. And as lawyers at Backus and Schenker, we understand how complicated the legal process is, and specifically the immigration issues, the family law issues, they can't be navigated. They need JAMLAC lawyers to help them. And without you supporting this organization, that's not possible. Everything that JAMLAC does is based on the funds that they raise, and tonight understand that every dollar that you give, 100% of those donations go to support the clients. Our goal tonight is to raise $50,000 for JAMLAC, and we can't do it without you digging deep and helping out. And I personally, the reason that I'm so passionate about this organization is I know Steve, I've seen him grow it from the beginning, and I have confidence and faith in him that this is one of those, so many different organizations, they ask for money and it's hard to decide what to donate to, what to give our resources to, and this is one that I have complete confidence in, that it changes the community that we live in. And so I ask you to donate tonight, and we're counting on you to do all you can to help out.
Before our auctioneer starts, let's recognize the sponsors who made this event possible. Before our auctioneer starts, let's recognize the sponsors who made this event possible.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you give a virtual production team a heart attack. How is morale out there? Where are you all tuning in from? Is this not the strangest situation? Usually I'm running around a room like an absolute lunatic trying to raise money, and now I'm not allowed to leave the cross that is on the floor of my kitchen here in Brooklyn, New York. Hello, and thank you to everyone for tuning in. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. My role tonight is to raise as much money as humanly possible. My name is Harry Santaolalla, and you're probably wondering, well, how do we get to the donation page, Harry? Don't panic, remain calm, top up your wine glass, grab your cup of tea, sit back, grab your phone. I'm going to guide you through this. It's going to be nice and simple. A lot of you will have received links just before the show itself to the donation page. And that is essentially where we're going to be doing all of our transactions. You can be bidding in the silent auction, which I can see plenty of you already have been. And you can also be making generous donations, and as many as you want, by the way. There's no limit to that. So just follow that link that's in your inbox, or I think it's an SMS. And I think we sent one literally about 20 seconds ago. So about 300 of you just received that from me. If that is not sort of tickling the taste buds, then just hit the red button that is on your screen as well. We'll guide the mouse to do that. If you hit the screen, probably not going to work. So hit the red button, that'll take you to the donation page as well. Or I believe there is a QR code that has been presented earlier on one of the slides, or perhaps up there at the moment. And that intermittent QR code, again, will take you to the Givergy fundraising page. If you're wondering what a QR code is, now's not the time to learn. That's over your head. Forget it. It's all good. Just follow the link that was sent or hit the donate button that is red on your screen. Now, bear in mind, traditionally, we would usually go through an incremental pledge drive. I tell you about the different levels. We put hands in the air. We give high fives, all of that sort of good stuff. And people wait patiently until the level that they're willing to give at, and then they put their paddle in the air. Don't do that. Start donating now. Start going. It's a totally different world. Just start donating. Don't worry about waiting to the moment that you're meant to be giving and all the rest of it. All manners are out the window. Just start flooding the system with donations. I'm still going to guide you through different levels. I'm going to give as many shout outs as I possibly can. Forgive me if I miss your name. I'm hoping I can get as many as possible. But this is relatively new to me as well. I've got like 3 different screens going on, and a live script and a feed, and dyslexia, which just doesn't help in these situations. But I'm going to do everything I can. We're starting at $5,000. And actually, I'm just going to have a quick look to see if any donations have come in. I can see that $6,440 have already come in, which is pretty awesome because we haven't even got the engine fired up yet. Right, at $5,000, that will provide 4 clients with the full legal representation that they need to escape violence, stand up against an abuser, and get custody of their children, and to be protected by the law. That will be life-changing, life-saving, potentially, for 4 clients. Imagine what you would do for your friends and family. At $5,000, you can support 4 different clients with full legal representation. Think about that. That's such an amazing, amazing gift at $5,000. And I'm being told that we have an anonymous donation at $5,000 just to get the ball rolling. That is fantastic. Thank you very much. Apparently it's from a long-term donor. This is very cryptic, so maybe we can work it out. They work in education and counseling, and they see firsthand the need that Jamlax services for families struggling with abuse, immigration, and it's an anonymous gift, which is not ideal for me because I love to shout your name out and give you the love and recognition you deserve. Also, if I just casually dropped $5 grand, I would not do it anonymously. I would have tweeted about it by now or something. I don't have Twitter. I'd have thrown it on Instagram. I'd have put it on Facebook. But it is what it is. I would love to see who's donating, but thank you to the anonymous cryptic donor at $5,000. Right, at $2,500. So we've just halved it, just like that. $2.5 grand provides full representation for a whole family in need of both immigration and family law services. You will transform the life of a family this holiday. Think about that. It's the holiday season. It has been the year from hell. And yet you will be able to transform the life of a family this holiday at $2,500. $2,500, okay? I can see that we've got a donation to transform the life of families we've got from Doug and Laurie Grease. Doug is, of course, the chair of the board and has been a long-time volunteer, and apparently possibly tuning in with 6 kids, which is a handful. I mean, how on earth? Good for you, Doug and Laurie. Thank you so much. That is incredible at $2,500. Fabiola Castillo as well, who's part of the accounting. Fabiola is apparently very active in connecting the Hispanic community and Hispanic business owners with the Jamlax services. So thank you so much to Fabiola. Mwah! You are on fire. Let's see how much money we have already in the system. We're at nearly $10,000. We're moving in the right direction, people. Let's keep it going. We've got another one in from Brad and Kia Benson. Thank you so much. That is fantastic. From Volant Law, a supporter every year apparently as well, from and apparently just a huge supporter of Jamlac. So thank you so much. Has been from the start. Brad was actually one of Jamlac's first board members. So Brad, you are a hero. Thank you very much. Sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the show. If you feel the need to give again, you can, but that is incredible. Don't forget, $2,500 provides full representation for a whole family. You're changing the life of a family that is in desperate need of immigration and family law services. You're going to change their lives during this holiday period. That will feel incredible. I promise you. And don't forget, don't wait for your level, for your increment. Just start donating. Okay, we got donation in from Hawk Thomas as well. Thank you very much, Hawk. Apparently a lawyer based in Denver and longtime volunteer as well. Thank you so much at the triage clinics. So we got 4 at that level. That's absolutely amazing. Let's have a look at where we're at in the totalizer. Tim Knight coming in strong with a pledge. We're at over $15,000. I absolutely love it. This live feed thing is working really well. Actually, wait a second. Hold on. Apparently, I think that Darren has a quick announcement for us, so I'm going to hold for a second.
Harry, let me stop you right there. I want to make sure that everybody who's watching tonight understands how confident I am in Jamlac and how much I believe in this organization. And throw this out there. Every dollar that you raise, we're going to match it. Backus and Schenker, we're going to match it up to $16,000. So all of the donations that are given, they will be matched up to $16,000 by Backus and Schenker. That tells you how much we believe in this. And please go ahead and dig deep and do what you can, especially in this season with what we're all going through. It's been very difficult for Jamlac. We need your help. And the reality is the people that are suffering, that are going through these challenges, those still exist for them. Do what you can.
Wow, amazing. We have a dollar for dollar match up to $16,000. Thank you so much, Darren. Okay, just think if you could overnight, just like that, double an investment. That's all you gotta, that's the way to look at it. And don't think, oh, I'm gonna half my donation now. Double your donation. Let's quadruple what you would have given. That is exactly what this is all about. I promise you, it'll feel amazing once you've donated. It'll tap into that little altruistic element that is inside each and every single one of us. I promise you, Amazon does not need another dollar of your money. Don't online shop, give to Jamlac. They know how to spend the dollars. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you to Darren and the full team. That support is so important for the work that Jamlac does in the community with vulnerable families. Right, I hope that has inspired you all to give and give big. We're at $1,200, which provides a client with life-saving legal representation, okay? So just, you could actually just donate. You can set up a monthly donation as well, by the way, and I do want to give a shout out at the $1,500 level. Apparently, Exigent, I'm hoping is right. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Apparently they're a sponsor and they're excited to be involved. Thank you very much for coming in at $1,500. Part of the Backus and Schenker Cares Foundation, based of course in Denver. Kyle and Jane Kucharski. Oh my goodness, that's Nikki's parents. Thank you very, very much. Look at that, leading from the front. Thank you so much, Kyle and Jane. Thank you. Apparently, Kyle is retired, but moonlights as Santa throughout December. So even more community service. Thank you so much. And stay safe this year whilst you're Santaing, if that is a verb. does one Santa? I'm not entirely sure. But thank you so much for your incredibly generous donation. Let's see where we're at in the donations so far. We have raised, let's have a look, we're at $22,000. Don't forget that dollar for dollar match. Keep it coming in thick and fast. We've got another in from Alicia Kirby, Fairway Mortgage Company. Apparently it's a first-time sponsorship from them, and they're excited to be involved. So thank you to Alicia Kirby and to Fairway Mortgage Company. Mandel and Aisha Rousseau have come in, and they are part of Control Freck. So thank you so much at $1,000. And apparently have just really invested in Jamlac during this important year, just really got behind the service, and it's been game changer. It really, really has. So Jeff and Heidi Messer as well, both Jeff and Heidi are on the board and longtime friends of Steve, apparently. So thank you. That's again at $1,000. Don't forget, $1,200 provides a client with life-changing legal representation. So just get it done. Just get it done. Promise you it's going to feel great. Right, let's get those pop-ups live. Let's see where we're at. We're at the $500 level. We're at over $41,000. We're moving in the right direction. We're so close. I've only got 3 minutes left. We've got to get as much as you possibly can. $500 supports one of the 11 triage clinics for a whole year. Think about that. You will support them for a whole year. Give that gift of legal advice. Just give it now at $500. Each year, over 750 people receive vital legal counsel at these clinics, okay? Right, at this stage, I'm actually gonna pause again, and we're gonna throw this over to another video, and I'll be back very shortly.
I was fighting for my rights to be in my kid's life. At the beginning, everything just seemed like was just against me. But when I walked in there, I felt like there was a hope. We got a second hearing, and I got 50-50 child custody, and so I immediately went to see my son.
At Jamlac, we seek justice for those who struggle with poverty and oppression. In the wake of COVID, our governmental grants are being slashed by as much as 60%, all while the demand for our critical services increases. Jamlac is preparing for what's to come, but we need your help. As a society, we are facing unprecedented challenges in the wake of the global pandemic, and domestic violence at home is rising at unprecedented rates. Shelters limit new families because of the risk of infection. Finances mean many victims are forced to stay with their abusers, and they desperately need protective legal action.
Que yo viví realmente fue muy feo lo que yo viví, que no se lo deseo a nadie, ¿verdad? La verdad que fue un milagro que yo estoy aquí todavía. Tuve mucho miedo y yo le doy gracias a Dios que yo salí a tiempo. Yo soy parte de la familia de los abogados. Así me siento yo.
The good news for clients like Raul and Lydia is that when an attorney is representing them, they are far more likely to stand up and receive a just solution. A special gift will provide a vulnerable family with legal services as they seek to be protected by the law and escape violence. I believe that together we can tackle the high demand for legal services and meet the needs of victims and families seeking these services. We can and will fight for this together.
And we are back. We're back. I changed up my attire because that's what you can do in the virtual space. I'm like the Mariah Carey of the fundraising world these days. Just want to get as many different outfits as I can. Obviously, the bottom half looks very, very different. Right, we're doing well on the target, but we're not quite there. I haven't felt like we're right over the line yet. I do want to give a shout out to Katie Wenger, who has given $500. Katie, wherever you are a hero. And I am incredibly grateful because at $500, don't forget that supports one of the 11 triage clinics for a whole year, okay? So give the gift of legal advice. Each year, over 750 people receive vital legal counsel at these clinics that can literally change and save lives. I really mean this. It changes and saves lives. It's so vital we get this right. If you haven't given yet, what's been the holdup? Why are you watching me? Forget me, start donating. Pick up your phone, give a donation. Let's see where we're at on the pop-ups. We're at $51,410. We're going to keep on going. We've got Pilum Defense Agency have also given it $750. They are sponsors of the event and have been apparently for several years now. Thank you so much. Ryan and Meredith Craven. Ryan and Meredith and General Air are long-term supporters, I'm being told, of Jamlac, and apparently of so many other organizations in Denver. So obviously a pillar of the community out there in Denver. Ryan and Meredith, thank you so much for tuning in and for helping and supporting and for being there for your community. Susan Pesh, thank you very much, with Pesh Law, a sponsor and a lawyer from Denver as well. We've got a sponsor, Proof, has given it $500 as well. So again, this is just absolutely incredible. And they're still coming in. Moni and Bob Barrett. Moni has apparently helped with a ton of the Jamlac events, a beloved, absolutely loved amongst the team. And apparently her and Bob both deeply care about the bettering of the community. I mean, I love the fact this is clearly such a community-driven event. I can literally feel it as these donations are flooding in. I'm really loving this. I'm going to keep on going because we're nearly at $52,000. Jim Helfrich as well on the board, coordinates apparently 11 triage clinics, all of them part of the group that got Jamlac started 15 years ago. Would you believe it? 1.5 decades ago. Thank you to Jim, Anne and Nick Costa, Steve and Liv Thompson, both at $500. Apparently Anne and Nick are tuning in from Michigan. Kind of the silver lining, right? The silver lining to this dark COVID cloud is everyone tuning in from all over the country, wherever they are, to help support this incredible organization. We want 100% participation. At the $250 level, that will sponsor a workshop that Jamlac holds to educate the community on legal rights and options. Okay, so $250 will support a workshop. We have $250 flooding in from Jeff Cass from Cass Research Group. Thank you very much. Vocational Diagnostics. Ryan Ross from Ross Investigators. Yep, got that right. Oasis Financial, Evans Case. This is amazing. All giving at $250. Keep these donations flooding in. We're nearly at 52 grand at $100, and I've only got 90 seconds left. Jose Escobar, Lauren Mack at $250. We have Nikki and Brad Costa. I've given them, I've got like all these different screens telling me who's donating, but I love it because there's so much coming in at $100. We're right down to $100, but it means so much. $100, that's like a coffee in New York City. Honestly, that is so doable. $100, that allows the attorneys to sit down and they can provide a one-on-one legal consultation to help an individual navigate their legal options. That's what that will do. That could stimulate the start of something life-changing. It really can, and it does. It does day in, day out. It's such an amazing organization. Give it $100. Where are we at on that totalizer? Oh, we've smashed through the 52 grand. We're at 55,700. You can give it any amount as well. Just follow that link or hit the donate now button. At the bottom, there's an any amount option, and you can give tonight to just help Jamlac provide essential legal services. So please donate at any level. I promise you those dollars go to such an incredible place. It changes lives, people you will probably never, ever meet, but it will feel so good, and that's what it's all about. We're at the holiday season. We're at the final the final phase of this horrific year, and they need your support now more than ever. We need 100% participation. Don't forget that the silent auction is going to be open until tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, so your time, to the majority of you tuning in. Please just keep bidding, have some fun with it, get carried away, bid way above the odds. The reason why is because it's going to an amazing, amazing organization. So let's take a look at the grand total. It's incredible what you've done so far. The appeal itself alone has done 56 grand. I'm so thrilled that you all tuned in. I'm so glad to have been involved. I would love nothing more than to all be together celebrating and raising money together under one roof next year. I really hope and pray that that is the case. But for now, thank you for joining me tonight, and happy holidays to everyone wherever you're tuned in. Thank you.
What a fun evening. We wanted to end by saying thank you to each one of our guests for being so generous. Your partnership is more important than you know, and you are directly helping vulnerable people by supporting JAMLAC's work and mission to seek justice for those struggling with poverty and oppression. We'd like to express how much we appreciate Backus and Schenker and Darren Schenker for supporting this event for 12 years. Special thanks to Lauren Upke and the event committee for all their hard work. And we'd like to show our appreciation to Harry, our fantastic auctioneer, and Givergy for helping us through this first virtual event. Remember, the auction is open until tomorrow at 6 p.m., so you still have time to bid. We hope you will all celebrate with us in person next December at the Joy of Giving 2021. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Okay, we'll try to thank you. On the count of 3, just thank you, thank you, thank you. Normal. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. That wasn't normal. You were like, thank you. That's not normal.
Okay, we'll do it one more time. We'll do it one more time.
Is it normal or is it thank you?
That's how you normally say it. Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. You. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay, we're going to do it twice. So we're just going to say Merry Christmas. Okay.
Unmute yourselves.
On my 3. 1.
Hold on a second. Rowan, Vicky are unmuted.
Merry Christmas. What's happening? Why is it?
Okay. People are unmuted.
I can't hear you people.
I'm unmuted. Sorry.
Okay, unmute yourselves. Jeanette, are you gonna? You don't have to unmute yourself if you're a baby.
Just yelling.
Okay.
It's okay.
1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. That was awful.
Holy cow.
Awesome.
Hey, let's try that one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, one more time. We'll say it a little faster, like Merry Christmas. Okay? One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas.
I'll count with my hands. Ready? 1.
Merry Christmas.
Feel like I'm screaming. Let's do it one. We'll figure that out.